If you're into healthy recipes, then Downshiftology might be one of your favorite YouTube channels. Lisa Bryan is the woman behind this popular YouTube channel. Her story is quite fascinating. In this video, I'll tell you how Lisa suffered from an autoimmune disease for many years and overcame it, how this recovery inspired her to start Downshiftology, and how she became a full-time content creator. So, now let's start from the beginning. Lisa Bryan was born on August 31st, 1977 in Auckland, New Zealand, and at 18 months old, she, along with her family, moved to Southern California, U.S. She has an older brother. After studying BS in International Business from Pepperdine University, Lisa studied MBA in Business and Marketing from USC Marshall School of Business in Los Angeles, California, and as a part of the study abroad program, she lived in Heidelberg, Germany. Now, let's take a brief look at her career. Lisa worked as a marketing and communications advisor for United Nations Office for Project Services in Kabul, Afghanistan, from 2005 to 2006, and then she worked as a director at St. John's Cancer Institute in Santa Monica, California, from 2006 to 2009. Then, Lisa worked as a director of marketing and vice president, marketing at Insight Imaging, until December 2012, and from 2013 to 2014, she worked as a senior director, marketing at Response Genetics in Greater Los Angeles. At a young age, Lisa was athletic and so assumed herself to be healthy, but at the time, she used to frequently suffer with bouts of strep and bronchitis and occasional episodes of short-lived fainting and seizures. The cause for these couldn't be identified, even after she visited many doctors, and she was always declared healthy. In her 20s, she had a few more episodes of fainting, usually in restaurants, and also had symptoms of anxiety and chronic constipation. Lisa climbed the corporate ladder in her 30s, but this was at the cost of high stress, long working hours, and reduced sleep. She became a corporate workaholic and started preferring coffee and sugary snacks. Lisa developed a slew of health issues: seasonal allergies, eczema, worsening constipation, hormonal imbalances, massive fatigue, and more episodes of fainting and dizziness and hormonal imbalances. She assumed overworking to be the reason for her fatigue. Even after consulting numerous doctors, Lisa was told that she had good health except for low blood pressure. She was prescribed inhalers for asthma and seasonal allergies and corticosteroids for skin issues, and doctors blamed the low blood pressure for her constant lightheadedness and dizziness. After many years, Lisa started feeling that the root of her problem was not being addressed. So, she started Googling to connect the dots and find some commonality between all her symptoms, instead of looking and treating her symptoms individually. While researching, celiac disease, an autoimmune disease, kept popping up on several blogs. Lisa finally stumbled upon a blog post, which was the story of a girl suffering from celiac disease. Her symptoms were similar to hers, and so, at 35, Lisa prodded her allergist to test her for celiac disease, and the lab results showed that she was 8 times the positive level for celiac disease and was off the charts. Usually, the small intestine of a person suffering from celiac disease would be hypersensitive to gluten. After getting diagnosed with this disease, she connected the dots and realized that as a child, she used to faint after eating cereals and faint in restaurants after eating bread, as both cereal and breads contain gluten to which she has been hypersensitive. Lisa continued her online research and became well-versed in autoimmune conditions. Within a couple of years, she was diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease, psoriasis, and endometriosis. Lisa started incorporating a gluten-free diet, and her doctor was positive that she would feel better with this diet. But the expensive gluten-free food at Whole Foods Market worsened her health and also triggered candida and small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, and after Googling, she started suspecting sugars and starches present in the packaged gluten-free foods to have caused those. Lisa started working with a functional medicine doctor and learned a great deal about autoimmune disease, gut health, nutrition, mind-body connection, and also started evaluating her food habits and lifestyle. She ditched processed foods for whole, nutrient-dense, gluten-free foods and started working on reducing stress, improving sleep, and prioritizing self-care. She also bought a Vitamix blender, which greatly helped her in incorporating vegetables and fruits into her diet. Thankfully, within a few weeks to months, almost all of Lisa's symptoms, which she suffered for decades, like allergies, fatigue, eczema, constipation, chronic colds, etc., disappeared, and thanks to the whole, gluten-free food, she didn't have a single episode of fainting over the years. After getting diagnosed with diseases, Lisa worked in a corporate job for a couple of years and got completely burned out. In addition to her food, she started focusing on her wellness, sleep, stress management, and self-care, and at the time, she quit her job and took a year off to unwind and traveled to and spend a couple of months each at Sydney, Chiang Mai, and Bali. At the time, Lisa not only improved her health through bettering her diet by consuming whole foods and back-to-basics approach in lifestyle, but also learned to manage her symptoms. In 2014, she was inspired by personal blogs, so she started her website, Downshiftology, to inspire others towards wellness. Lisa also became a certified health coach through Institute for Integrative Nutrition and took on clients for a year, but as her blog started growing, she stopped providing personal consultations. Lisa started her Downshiftology YouTube channel on July 23, 2016. She named her blog and YouTube channel as Downshiftology as she improved her health by downshifting, that is, getting back to basics by reducing stress, eating simple and fresh food, prioritizing sleep, and going gluten-free, and the terminology means a subject of study. Currently, Lisa has 2.65 million subscribers on her channel and earns through ads, affiliate marketing, super thanks, and sponsorships. She also earns through her blog. Lisa has 314K followers on her Facebook page and 346K followers on Instagram. She films her videos with Canon EOS 5D Mark IV and Canon EOS 90D cameras. Lisa published Downshiftology Healthy Meal Prep. This gluten-free cookbook was published on December 6, 2022. She also published Roaming Free, a whole food approach for traveling the world healthy, happy, and gluten-free, a book for healthy traveling. Lisa lives in Irvine, California. Now that I've finished telling you her story, enjoy a few tidbits about her. Lisa's favorite dessert is Paleo chocolate cake. This wanderluster has traveled to all 7 continents and lived in 4 countries. Lisa loves hiking and biking and motorcycled through Thailand and Bali. Even though she moved to the U.S. at a young age, she was a New Zealand citizen for 37 years and received her American citizenship only in 2014. She has dual citizenship. Lisa also knows German, and she has been a speaker and panelist at food industry conferences. She doesn't have a culinary background and only started frequently cooking after starting Downshiftology, but an exception to this is she was baking intricate cakes at a young age, so much that she was being suggested to open a bakery. So, how are you inspired by Lisa Bryan's story? Please comment below. If you are into reading, I've also written her story on my website, which I'm linking in this video's description. If you are interested in more success stories of your favorite YouTubers, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.